Hey everybody, welcome back to CourseCreatorHandbook.com. I'm your host Amit, and today we are going to be talking about Teachable again, Teachable Part 2. And in this section, what I'd like to cover is I'm going to try to copy a website, and I have done one of these videos in my previous YouTube videos where I went through Josh and Jill Statton's Screw the 9 to 5 and copied it on my WordPress site. Now I'm going to try to do the same with Teachable and see how far we get with the tools that are given to us. So last time what we did was, let me show you the landing page that we created last time. We called our course Ninjas. So it's courseninjas.teachable.com, and this is what it looks like. You have the enroll button up here, class curriculum, this course is for you if XYZ, that's me, the instructor, some testimonials, and then the course price, FAQ, and then another testimonial at the bottom, and then email collection. Now let's look at, so this website is getaddictednow.com, and they talk about Facebook ads, everything to do with Facebook ads. I understand there might be some limitations. We might not be able to copy this word for word or design for design, but let's see what we can get done. So the first thing is the banner. So this looks like a banner image with text on top, right? So I'm going to copy this text. I don't think I'd be able to copy the image itself, but I can kind of tell it's an image of like some Facebook ad details, right? So it looks like your ads manager, and we can try to emulate that, but in the interest of time we'll just work with the image we have. So let's look at our, so the homepage background image here. Let me go back here, see what that looks like. This is the background image. It looks really weird. Alright, let's try to change it. So we're going to replace the image, and let's go with this image right here. Actually, let me see if I can go back to web images, search for Facebook ads. Let's see if I can search for ads manager. That's the other thing. So that was a screenshot from within the ad manager. So let's try this. Okay, let's try to use this. I'm going to crop this a little bit and hit save, see what that looks like. Alright, there we go. So if I click save, this should update my home page background. Let's see if it does. Now I'm not going to click save and refresh this page each and every time. This is just to make sure everything's working kosher, which it didn't look like it did. Let's see. Let me try one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll continue working on this page and then come back and see all the changes. Maybe it takes some time for the changes to propagate and show up. Alright, so we have replaced the home page background. Now let's go to the sales page here. So if I go to course and click on my course here, sales page. Okay, here it is. So I want to replace this image with web images, search for ads manager, and let's get that image again, upload. Oof, that does not look good at all, but let's see if we can work with it. So we might be able to make it a little darker on the background. Let's see how it's looking if I refresh this. So I want to make the image dark so that the text you can read clearly. Right now you can't read the text at all, right? So it's hard to read. Let's see if we can do that. If I go back here, so this is, I don't know where I can do that, but we'll try to find it. Let's see if I go back to site, maybe it's there. So it's a lot of trial and error, as you can see. Page background, home page. Let's try this. I'm not sure if this is it. This might be for like the home page. So if someone goes to courseninjas.com .teachable.com, yep, so that's the one for the home page, not the course page. So if I click on course, then the course image looks kind of weird. All right, that makes more sense now. So for the course image, I'm going to change it. Let's go back to courses. Let's click on the course here, how to create and sell. We're going to go to sales page, and now I'm going to try to pick a background that is in contrast with the text on top, because it doesn't look like we can change the text. Let me delete this block and see if I can add that block again. Course hero header, and move this on top. Alright, why can't I replace the... That's strange. So I want to be able to replace the photo on the course hero header here. Let's try this. I just added another block with the same thing, course hero header. Well, that's a tongue twister. And let's see if we can find a image that's kind of like, let's try this. I'm looking for something which will contrast good with alright, that looks much better. I'm going to delete this. Add background. Let's look for that same one again. Here we go. Okay, so now our background is good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add this text. Lower your Facebook ad spend and increase your conversions. Let's see how we can add that here. Learn how to create and sell your online course. So I'm going to replace that with, is it going to be under information? Yep. I'm going to do this here, and then the subtitle is discover the dangerously effective evergreen Facebook ads. Copy that and paste that right here, and then the description, so that would be the course description. I'm actually just going to delete this part because we're going to do the rest of the stuff with those different blocks that we are given. And let's hit save. Alright, I'm gonna do this one last time just to see how it looks, and then we'll just continue making our edits and then look at it at the end. So I hit the save button here. Let me go to the sales page, see how that looks like. Oh no, we are back to this image. Let's see if I can change that. I'm going to add alright, so that's not, I mean, compared to my video that I did about how to do this on WordPress, that seemed much more user friendly right off the bat than what this looks like. But again, you might not have the luxury to spend money on WordPress. Okay, let me delete this block, or maybe you just don't have time to learn WordPress, so you have to work with the tools that you're given, and we are certainly going to try to do that. Okay, let me try to refresh this. I might have to open this in incognito, see if that works. Sometimes the changes don't show up. Alright. Okay, it's working now on the course itself, not the main home page, but the course page, which is fine. So this is the course page. I have changed the top text and then this text to kind of mirror what we saw in Josh and Jill's statins page here, getaddictednow.com. So I'm happy with this. Now let's try to emulate the rest. So this enroll button says something else here. It says get on the waiting list because they're closed right now. Let's see if I can change that, get on the waiting list. This is a great tactic to generate not just sales, but it's a great tactic to get leads when you're not accepting any new people in your course. It's still a great idea to continue building your list. So I've changed the button text. I don't know if it's going to show up. Okay. All right. That's it. We are not going to go flip back and forth now between this side to preview everything. I'm just going to assume that whatever I'm doing is working and we'll move forward. Okay. Let's get it going. So next step is they have this little icon. I don't think we'll be able to do this. I'm going to skip this part, move on to this part, which is just a text. So let's get this text in here. You know that feeling, blah blah blah. So that looks like just a text block. So I'm going to add a rich text block and paste that right here, just like that. Hit save. And then the next is, so this is an image on the left side and a bunch of text on the right side. I'm going to copy this, go in, add another rich text block, see if that works, add this in here. So that was the text, and then I'm going to just make some edits here. We're not going to do the editing too much because my idea here is to show you how we can accomplish the same results without having a landing page builder or using Teachable's built-in landing page builder. So I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to increase the font size a bit, maybe a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to add an image. So I might already have that image still on my computer. Let's see, choose file, and I think it was, let's go to course creator handbook, and we're going to go to WordPress funnel hack, and that's not where the image is. Okay, let's try downloads. Yeah, I'm not sure where I saved that image. Let's see if I can try one more thing here. Funnel hack. Okay, let me just get this image. So I'm going to right click on it, save image as, and we're just going to put it on our desktop for now. And now I can just choose file, go to desktop, Jill, and save. I'm not sure how this block is going to look like. It's probably going to look funky with the image and the text not left like left to right in a column, right? The other thing we can try is we can try a background image block, add her image here. So let me do this. And now we can add the text on top of it. So I'm going to copy this text, put the text right here. I won't do the bold and increasing the font size this time around because you've already seen how that's done. I will make this italic, and I'm going to hit save. So we have it two different ways. We'll see which one looks better. And then the next is, have you ever wanted to? This is another text block. So I'm going to copy this entire block itself. Now you can see that the text block here has different background colors, right? So it's gray, white. It kind of breaks it up. I don't know if we are capable of doing that here, but we'll try our best. So let's insert another block. Let's see what our options are. We can add primary, secondary, embed form, testimonials, featured courses, homepage header. So it looks like we can go with another rich text. Paste all of that font here. make this one center align and make it a little more bigger, and then the rest can stay as is, I believe. Yep. And then this one is a little bold and bigger, and that one is, wait, what did you just, no, that wasn't it. Have you ever wanted to? That's the one. So we're going to make this bold, make it center, give it a little bigger size here. Let's go a little more bigger. Okay. And then we have a bunch of bullet points till create profitable. So I'm going to go here, give it the bullet points. Again, some of that stuff, like these bullets, you won't be able to get in Teachable, but it's fairly close to what we are able to achieve right now. And then the next one is we're going to make this italic, decrease the spacing here. And it's all about the copy, right? How does the copy look? You want to make sure you have enough white space between your sentences here, just so it doesn't look too cluttered. And if that means if you have to hit enter a few times before you add the next text block, go ahead and do that. So next is, again, it's a background image with a bunch of text on it. So this one should be fairly easy. I'm going to copy this, and I am going to add a background image block. Let's add a background. This time I'm going to search the web, and let's search for coffee cup maybe, or desk. Alright, let's just go to custom source, see what kind of stuff they have. Let's see if we can find something close to what that was looking like. I'm gonna go with this one right here. And these are all royalty-free images provided to us by Teachable, so you shouldn't worry about using them. They're perfectly legal to use. I'm going to make this bold, center align it, make the text bigger, and then same thing. When I'm copying and pasting it, I'm getting double spaces here, so I'm just getting rid of all of those double spaces. Okay, and then this one is center align. We're going to do that. And we'll make it a little more bigger here, and I'm going to save my changes. Now that's how a lot of this is background image with text on top. This one is the same thing, background image, text on top. So I'm going to do one of these, not all of them, just so you can see how this looks. Let's add another block. We're going to do a background image block, and let's see if this time we can find a couple. Hey, not the one I'm looking for, but let's see. Person, people, girl, guy, boy. Okay, let's go with this one. I'm assuming you're going to have your own that you'd be uploading, and if not, you can go to pexels.com. That's PEXELS. I'm going to make the overlay a little dark here. Same thing with this one, and then same thing with this one. Yep, pexels.com. You can get royalty free images. And now let's see, so this one's bold, and then everything is kind of bunched together, and then this last one is also bold. Let's make this bold, make it big in size, and we're going to decrease the spacing in the rest of the text. I'm going to make this bold, and then also increase the size a bit, and that's good. I'm going to delete this block here for curriculum. I'm going to delete course description, and then let's see what else they have. So we already did this similar block up here. I'm not going to go through it again. So the next part is what is again this course that they're talking about. This one also looks like a background image. This in this case it's a 2-column layout where this piece from here to here is part of a 2-column layout, which on one side of the column is the image and on the other side is the text, and then the rest of this here is just a text paragraph. What we can do is try to do the background image thing here, because I just don't know how. We just don't have the capability of doing that 2-column layout with the preset editor that we have in Teachable. So let's try that. I am going to insert a new block and let's see which one can we do here. Yeah, I don't think any of these would work. We'll have to go with the rich text one. I am going to copy this part right here, paste it, and then let's see what else we can do. I'm going to edit this real quick, and now let's try to add that image. And again, it's not going to look exactly the same due to the limitations, but you're going to be able to come close, and this is just goes to show you how you can deliver a high quality looking product with the built-in editor from Teachable, and you might not have to invest in a landing page software. Maybe again you might not have the money, or you just don't have the time to learn, or both. So let's go here, and I'm going to upload this image. So this is how it would look like. Again, it's not the 2-column layout that we wanted, but it's something. I'm going to just add a line on the top at the bottom and then make this bold again, and we are also going to increase the font size here. The rest looks good. I'm going to leave it as is, and now we can add the rest of the font, which is this part right here. And one thing I've noticed, if you guys get a chance, some of these websites you can go and read their sales page, especially the ones who are making good money, because they have paid mostly copywriters to write their sales page. And if it's closer to what you're looking to do, take some inspiration from them, because if they have paid someone professional to do it, you know that they're getting good conversions out of it, which means if you get some inspiration from what their page layout looks like, how they're wording things, you might be able to apply it to your own business. So take inspiration from them. And so that's good. And now on the next one, we have a testimonial here. So this one should be easy because we already have a testimonial block. So I'm going to hit here, click on testimonial. We're going to add the image. I first have to save that image, so I'm going to save it on my desktop again, and then we're going to go to computer, go to desktop or wherever you saved it, and we're going to upload this. Again, unfortunately we cannot provide this big bold headline and then the text on the, again it's a 2-column layout, photo on the left with some text and then text on the right. Can't do that. Let's work with what we got, and here's my, I think we can come close to achieving that result if I go in here and make that bold text. So it's this one right here. I can copy this, paste it. Oops. And now we can do some word editing in here. Center align this, center align this. make this bigger, and we can change the font color. Here we go. So I think it looks pretty close, right? And there we go. So now I can hit save. What else do we have here? Now we have the modules. So module 1, what are the lessons in it? I know this one looks cool. It would be good to be able to do this, but let's we can just use the native curriculum feature. So we can do course curriculum, and that will put in whatever your course curriculum already is, which is in this curriculum part. Let me save this, go back to curriculum, and show you what we have in there. So this is what we have in here. If I just add a new lecture, and let's call this lesson 2, we're going to add text, call this is lesson number 2, add the text, publish this. Now if I go back to my sales page, that curriculum will update, and that's how you will get your curriculum to show up on your sales page. You don't have to do it again. You just have to put the block in there, and it'll automatically pull in everything that's in your curriculum area. So let's go take a look at that. Here's what it looks like if I click the external editor. Let me just hit save. Now hit the external editor. So it brings me back to the course curriculum. So here's my new lecture. I can let's see, publish this, call this lesson 2, how to use ManyChat, and let's go back to our sales page. Again, it's fairly intuitive. Their landing page builder or sales page builder, just play around with it. You can use as many blocks as you want. There's no limits. I'm on the free account right now, and as you can see, I've been able to use as many blocks as I wanted without any problems. And then if you don't want this block here, if you maybe want to move the author bio up there, it's simply drag and drop, and that puts it in its new position, and then you can hit save. So I'm going to move it back, hit save. Alright, so that's how you do this curriculum piece, is the modules piece. So we're going to skip over this. Next is another testimonial block. So let's get this one. I'm going to save this image, and that's good. And then let's add, so we already have a testimonial block here. I'm just going to move this up here, change the image. Let's see if we can put that one in here. It's always good when you have another website for inspiration to work from, because I think things just move a lot faster than you starting with scratch. At least that's the way I operate. I like to look at something that's already been built. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just trying to get inspiration from what's out there and then make it our own. So now I just need to copy this text, go in here, paste it, and we're going to change this here. This looks good. I'm going to hit save. Let's see what else is here. Extra bonuses to create captivating campaigns. This is again I'm going to go with a background block, a background image block, but I'm going to make that image just as a blank color. And what I mean by that is, if I insert a new block, put in a background image, I can go and search for solid color. Let's go with this one, and I hit the wrong button, so it's not going to do its thing. Let me do it again. Alright, so add background, web images, and I'm going to search for solid color. I do like the, oh my god, I hit the wrong button again. I'm this time I'm going to take it slow. Alright, add background, third time's a charm. Web images, solid color, select one file, upload. Okay, I think we got it this time. I don't like the fact that every time I do something the page scrolls back up. Alright, so there's our background. Make it a little dark, and then we can copy all of this text and paste it in here. And then there's some bullet pointing in here as well. Let's see, it starts at creative brief templates. So we're going to bulletize this, and then also make, again, not all of it is bold, it's only the first few words. So let's try to copy that as well. I do like the text editor in here because you don't have to worry about HTML markup. You just kind of work with this rich text editor and it does the HTML on the background, which is awesome. Now you have another section which is white and color, and we can do the same thing here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to insert a new text block. So this is how you can give contrast to your landing page. You can have a text, rich text block, then you can have an image block, but the image which is this one, the background image block, and the background image can be literally solid color, and that's how you can add the white and the gray or light gray kind of contrast as people scroll through your sales page. So we are going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here, and let's just make some more formatting right here. So this one is kind of what people call like a H1 or in HTML tags, which is the title. So I'm going to make it really big, center align it, and I don't like that the spacing is so close to each other. Maybe we can increase the spacing somehow. Justify text. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know how, other than just hitting enter, I don't know how to increase the spacing in here. I would like to be able to do that so the text doesn't look so cramped together, but I don't know if try to change the font family, and that looks a little better, but it's still not exactly what I want to see. Well, let's work with what we got, and now we're going to add some more bullet points. Again, some random stuff is in bold, probably to make it eye-catching, where people, with any sales page, your goal is to direct the users or the visitors' eyes to what you want them to see. And this is a great way of doing that, is to make certain text bold so that your visitors, if they are skimming through the page, some of this text will still stand out, and they can kind of get a gist of what they're doing on your website or what your website is all about. So that's a great use of, making your some of the text bold, not all of it. And let's delete the space here, save it. And then now we already covered these text blocks here, how to do the background image, and I don't think I can save this because it's part of the page. If I try to save it, it's going to try to save that entire web page instead of just the image. So I am going to try to find something similar on Pexel and see if we can put that in there. Let's see. I'm sure I won't find the same image, but let's see how close we can come. If we can find, let's see what this looks like. Close-up image of someone smiling. let's see. This could work. I'm just going to look a little bit more. I'm just trying to find something as similar to the original one as possible. Come on, come on. Show us what you have, Pexel. Alright. I'm just gonna go with this one. It looks pretty close up. Let's download a medium-sized photo. The size of the pixels is also, it'll also make your image larger in size. So like a 2 MB, 3 MB, 5 MB. And if you're hosting your website, you want to make sure that your images are not huge in size, or the website will take forever to load. In this case, because we're doing this on Teachable, it's not a big issue because they have their own web hosting, and hopefully all their websites load fast. Still, try to keep the size small, because the bigger the size, no matter where you're hosting it, it's going to take a while for the page to load. And I think average page load speed, a good page should load in about 3 seconds. A semi-good page should load in about 6 seconds. Anything longer than that, you will see your bounce rates increase a lot. And I think Amazon did a study where every millisecond was costing them millions of dollars. A millisecond of page load speed increased their revenues by millions. I know we're not Amazon, but just keep that in mind, that page loads, site page load speed matters. And when you're building your website, if you put a lot of heavy images or videos, everything is going to take time to load. And that's why it's good to have a cache plugin like a W3 Super Cache if you're using WordPress, because what those caching plugins do, they cache your websites in different servers, and depending on where the user is coming from, they deliver the cached version of the website faster, so the page loads a lot faster. Of course, here we can't do that. Let's go take a look at this. Okay, now picture this is in bold. Let's do that and increase the font size here. We're going to give another enter here, and then fist bump. Perfect. Make this one bold, make it a little more. Alright, and then we have the dark overlay. Now on the background image, I don't have the option to align it right, left, or center, so we are kind of left with how Teachable is going to, or this text editor is going to align it. So that's how this part will work. What if I have questions is FAQ, but I see a button here. So let's do this. We can save this image and we'll save it on the desktop. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to add a background image block, add that one that we just downloaded, the question mark, and then I want to show you how we can do the buttons. So let's do the question mark, upload that, and we're back to the top of the page. Make it a little dark overlay, and now we can copy this text, paste it here. I'm not going to edit it because now I want to add my button, and this is going to be my secondary enroll button. Actually, you know what, I don't want a background for it. I guess I don't have an option. I do have to pick a background. Let's go with solid color. I'm pretty sure you can leave the background blank, but let's pick one. Why not? And now I just want to make sure it has the correct amount of overlay. There we go. Hit save. And then another testimonial, we have already taken care of this. Another text block, we did this. This is another one where it's in 2-column layout, so you can try it with the page background, see how it works. When you create your background, make sure you align the image either to the right or the left. Another thing you can do is you could do this in Word or Microsoft PowerPoint and just take a screenshot of this, right? So I can go like this, take a screenshot, go in here, do a background image, upload that screenshot, and now that screenshot has the image and the text. It's not recommended because with screenshots it comes up as an image, which means it won't be good for your SEO for your site, since Google cannot read what's on an image. They can read what's on your sales page in part of text but not images. So that's the only issue with having a screenshot like this. So that's good. Now we're going to move on. We talked about this. Why should you join? Got questions. So this is FAQs. I think there is a block for FAQs. Yep, right here. And this can be edited in an external editor. So before we head on over there, let's save this. Now we can launch our external editor, and here you can change your FAQs, add a new question if you want to, play around with it. I think we did cover this in our previous video, and I'll link to that video up here. So let's go back to the sales page and let's see what else is here. We have another block here with text, image, and a bold headline on top, and then another text block, another image background block, and then another testimonial, 2 more testimonials, and then support. So we've covered pretty much everything. Now let's take a look at what this looks like in our Teachable school. I'm kind of excited to see. I'm going to get rid of some of the blocks here. Author bio, I don't want that, so I'm going to delete it. I don't want this bundle course block. FAQ we already have, we don't need to. Get rid of this. And then the customize enroll button is fine, and this embed form is fine. I'm all set. Let's save this and let's go to incognito, try to preview it, see what that looks like. So it's course-ninjas.teachable.com. Now if I go on this course, this should closely resemble what we just saw on Get Addicted. Alright, let's take a look. So I like this background image and the text on top. I think it looks pretty slick. Here's where the subheading is not coming below this text, which I would have liked. It's coming after the page element or after this page section. It's almost looks like it's on the next section. So let's go to information and details. So it's subtitle, but it's not looking that good, so I'm going to get rid of the subtitle and save changes, and then let's go refresh our page here, see if those subtitle, okay, it's still showing. It might just take a while for the subtitle to go away, but that should get rid of it. Oh, you know what? It was in the right place. Alright, let me copy it again from this one right here. Paste it here. So I wonder where that other text block is coming from. It says, you know that feeling when you okay. I think I know where it's coming from. If I go to my sales page, let me close this out. It's this part right here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to copy this. So it's this part right here that I want to change. So let's make that change right now. We are going to center align it, and we're going to make it pretty big, and I'm going to change the font family so it looks like there's some more spacing in between the lines, and let's save that. Now another thing you can do is you can do an HTML block, and how that works is if I just copy this and let's say I go open Word, Microsoft Word, I can paste it in here, and now I can do some center aligning. I can increase the, let's say I can increase the line spacing to maybe 1.5. Let's do 1.15, and let's go with 30. Nope, let's go with 24. Okay, now I think there is a way here where if I save this as web page, I'm going to save this as a web page on my desktop, and then I can close this, go to my desktop, and where did I say? Okay, here it is. It opens up in Google Chrome, which is what we want. And then if I right click on this and click inspect, I'll get that HTML code here, which is what I'm looking for. Actually, it's not inspect, it's view page source. View page source. I'm going to copy this entire page source, and what I'm trying to do here is insert a HTML block, paste that page source that we just copied, save it. I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll find out together. So we save this. Oh, you know what? I pasted it in the rich text block here. I'm just going to delete this block, and let's go in here, paste it in here. Perfect. Now let's take a look. This should have done the trick. Let's see. All right, here we go. So it did the trick, but it's spanning the full width of the page. I kind of want to keep it contained, so you will have to play around with Word and maybe put in like a text box and put this everything inside the text box. Let's see if we can do that. I won't waste too much of your time doing this. So I'm going to go back to Word. Alright, I don't think it's yeah, you might have to play around with Microsoft Word or any other editing tool that lets you save as HTML and then lets you view that formatting is what you want, and then you can copy paste that formatting. So it at least looks a little better than what it was before. And then we have the image here, some text below that, and then I thought I got rid of the instructor block. Let's get rid of this. Hit save, and now let me refresh this. Perfect. Now the background image did not come through, and I'll show you this is what it looks like on their website. It was, I think, this one, but it didn't come through too clear. As you can see, it didn't zoom in. Okay, actually, you know what? It was this. We were trying out two different things. We were going to put it in as the image and then the text at the bottom, or the image as a background and the text above it. So that one doesn't look too good. I think we'll stick with this part right here. So let's delete this block, and we're going to hit save again. And now let's see what it looks like. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, much better. Have you ever wanted to blah blah blah? Here's that other section with the background image and then the text on top of it. The text looks kind of cramped, so you'll have to put some spacing in between. Same thing with this one, but I think it's pretty good. It looks pretty decent. It's not a fancy WordPress page, but it does the job. You just have to make sure you do your text editing, make it look good. This looks good right here. The image looks good. I like it how this looks. And then this is the solid color background, so it puts that contrast as you're scrolling through the page, so everything is not white. And this is the background image that we downloaded from Pexel. I like that. The question mark didn't come out too good. We might have to play around with it, maybe just put an image in there. The enroll in course with the background, so another good button here. This is the one where we did the screenshot, so it doesn't look too good, right? We won't use this. FAQs look good. Get started. Perfect. So I think that came out pretty good for just flying through it. If you were able to put a little more time into this, you can make your teachable school page look a lot better than what we were able to achieve here. But I just wanted to give you a quick demo, show you what you can do. And as always, thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to write them below. And I will see you soon in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you.